Today we are looking at rare Washington quarters that have sold for a lot of money, some even thousands and thousands of dollars. So first up, we're going to focus here on the 1953 90% silver Washington quarter. Now you can look for some of these errors on other quarters as well, not just 1953 quarters. So other dates also. Now the first thing you want to know, of course, about the 1953 quarter is that it is 90% silver, which means right now with the current silver price, these coins are worth around $7 a piece just in silver value. But there are things that can make these a lot more valuable. Now, the first thing you want to look for is a doubled die reverse. So you want to get out your coin microscopes, coin loops, look for doubling on the lettering on the back, the reverse of the Washington quarter. Now, I do have coin microscopes available at the link in the comments below this video. This is that quarter with a DDR, a doubled die reverse, and this coin sold for around $50 at auction. You know, if it didn't have that, double die reverse, maybe a $20 coin, $15 coin, somewhere in that range, graded out of 63. So it really just depends on when you sell the coin as well. Now, this next coin sold for nearly $1,000. It does have some amazing toning to the coin as well. This is the D Mint mark also, just like the previous coin. So if you're not familiar with the D Mint mark, it just represents the Denver Mint. That will be the mint mark at the bottom of the coin on the reverse of the quarter. This coin sold for nearly $1,000 because it is graded at a mint state 67 plus. It also does have the CAC sticker there on the coin holder, which helps its value, of course, as well. So if you have one of these coins and you think it's an extremely high top graded coin, you might want to consider grading it. But there are coins like this that are graded at a 64, just 3 grades lower, that only sold for $18. So a big difference in values there based on the grade of the coin. I mean, this looks like a beautiful coin, right? But there's a big difference from a mint state 64 to a mint state 67 plus. So keep that in mind.
Free silver coin giveaways every Tuesday and Friday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, only on the Whatnot app. No catch, guys. Free silver giveaways. Plus, you get the $15 credit to spend on the Whatnot app. You can purchase any product from any seller and use your $15 credit today. Download the Whatnot app at the link in the comments below or scan the QR code on the screen.
Now, also, another thing you want to look for on the D Mint mark is a D over an inverted D Mint mark. All right, so you can see that here in the image displayed. That's what you want to look for with your coin microscopes and coin loops. Now, this coin does have that D Mint mark over the inverted D Mint mark, and the coin sold for around $500 at auction, graded at a mint state 64. By the way, a 70 is the best grade you can get on a coin, so it just depends for each different coin of, different prices. So, a mint state 66 on a 1953 Denver minted quarter is not going to be the same price as a mint state 66 on a 1952 S Mint mark quarter. So it's different for each individual coin. It depends on how many are graded at that specific grade. Now you can also look for a D over an S Mint mark, and this coin sold for over $1,900, nearly a $2,000 quarter, graded at a 66. And we can see again that D over the S Mint mark here, close-up image of that you can look for with your coin loops, coin microscopes. Now here's a very obvious double strike error taking place on a 1953 S Mint mark silver quarter. So this will be the San Francisco Mint. There you see the S Mint mark on the reverse of the coin. This coin sold for over $1,000 at auction. Now in 1953, we also have the no mint mark coin. That means that the coin will not have a mint mark, and that means that the coin was minted at the Philadelphia Mint. Now this coin has some incredible toning to it, and boy, this is a very, very high grade for this coin. Mint state 68, 2 grades away from a perfectly, flawless, perfectly graded coin. And this coin ended up selling for $2,400. But if you go 3 grades lower at a mint state 65, same exact coin, date, no mint mark. However, it's in a little worse condition. It's graded at a 65. This coin only sold for $15 at auction. Now, some coins can be graded at a 65 and sell for tens of thousands of dollars. So again, it depends on each individual coin. Don't be confused by that or get wrapped up in, if I got a mint state 62, it's not going to be valuable. Well, if you have a 1877 Indian head cent at a mint state 62, it is going to be worth a fortune. So it just depends on the coin that you have. Now here is a 1953, what was supposed to be a 1953 quarter or a Roosevelt dime, because we have a quarter design that was accidentally struck onto a silver dime planchet. So of course in the 50s, the United States is also producing silver dimes at the time, and this is a dime planchet. So a dime design was supposed to be struck onto this planchet. However, we have a quarter design that was accidentally struck onto it, and this coin sold for over $550 as a result of that. Now we move on here to a very similar error, but not as noticeable. Definitely could be passed up. So if you ever inherit a coin collection from mom or dad or grandpa or grandma, don't sell these coins just for silver value right away. You want to check for mint errors. This coin sold for over $1,500 at auction because we have a quarter design not struck onto a dime planchet, but this time struck onto a Jefferson nickel planchet. So a little bit different mint error here, and again that will add a ton of value to this coin. $1,500 for that coin. Now next up, we have a very, very rare mint error. One of the rarest mint errors you could possibly look for. All right, this is a 1953 S mint mark Washington quarter design that was struck onto a 1953 S mint mark Jefferson nickel. Now the last coin was a little bit different because we had a Washington quarter design onto a blank nickel planchet. Now in this case, you can actually see the nickel design. You see the reverse design here of the nickel along with the Washington quarter design. So the nickel had already been struck. All right, so the nickel design had been struck onto the planchet. The quarter design was struck on top of the nickel. So this coin sold for over $2,700, nearly a $3,000 quarter right there. Now we move on to another error that you can look for on many different types of coins. So you're going to need a coin scale for this. I have those available at the link again in the comments below. You guys have to have a coin scale if you want to look for these types of planchet errors. So this coin design was struck onto a 10-cent thickness stock. It weighs 5.3 grams. All right, so that's why you always weigh your coins. Because of that, this coin ended up selling for $384. Now in 1953, we also have the proof quarter. So these are much lower minted coins. They did not make as many as the regular business strike that we have been looking at this whole video, right? All right, so the regular business strike coin that we've been looking at is the coin that would be spent at the store in circulation. Now proof coins are not intended for circulation, right? But this is graded at a Proof 69 Ultra Cameo, one grade off from a perfect grade. Proof coins will have that shiny mirror-like finish and be much more detailed than a business strike coin. This coin sold for over $15,000 at auction. Man, could you imagine selling a quarter for 15 grand? Now next up, in 1953, we also have what we looked at earlier, an S mint mark, which represents the San Francisco Mint. Now this is a very, very high graded version of that coin, graded at a 68 with crazy toning to it. This coin sold for over $1,400. But if we go just 4 grades lower, the same exact date, same mint mark, S mint mark 1953, but it's graded at a 64, this coin only sold for $16 at auction. So grade, which is the condition, can affect the value tremendously, guys. All right, if you guys want that $15 whatnot credit, guys, hit the link in the comments below. Come over, enter the free giveaways, get your $15 off a piece of silver or a piece of gold. I mean, you can't beat it. It's like free money in my world. So take advantage of it. You have to use my link in the comments below to get that $15 off. And don't forget to subscribe in the middle. Feel free to check out the videos to the left of me. And until tomorrow, I'll see you guys in the comment section below. This is Couch Collectibles, and this is where I disappear.